My name's Bernie Andersen.
My name's Tom Bumgarner, owner of Bumgarner Land and Cattle here at Strang, Nebraska. Well, we farm about 1,800 of our own crops, but then we custom plant. Well, how many acres, Bernie?
Oh, probably around 800, I would say.
Yeah. So between that and sometimes my son-in-law, we probably plant what? We'll push 3,000 acres.
We'll be close to 3,000 acres a year.
Mainly irrigated corn and soybeans. This year we have a half section of wheat, but that's not our normal rotation. We spray everything twice and
at least twice, sometimes 3 times.
Yeah, normally it'd be normal. We'd like to keep to twice, but some occasions we'll have to respray or do the 3rd time. We're probably spraying. Well, I'm doing something for my son-in-law too, so we're probably spraying close to what, 6,000 acres.
Oh, it'd be all of 6, maybe 7,500.
We had another self-propelled sprayer before this. Before this one, it was a used machine. It wasn't an Apache, and it was hydrostatic driven. And we had a little incident with it one time, and we were told that if your hydraulic system ever got contaminated, like with
metal pieces,
it could take out wheel motors and all that. So one of the big reasons we went to the Apache was because of the mechanical drive.
As far as the mechanical part of the drive, it's relatively simple to work on. We really haven't had to do much more than just plain maintenance to the mechanical drive. And that was the feature that we really liked about it.
It's just more efficient that you having a self-propelled machine and stuff, and everything's contained. When you're running 10.5 miles an hour, when you're on the sprayer, you get 50 acres an hour. So, in a 10-hour day or so, you can spray 500 acres, easy. It's very fuel efficient.
Oh, if you were running a pretty good day, I don't know how many hours you could run on the tank. Boy, you could run more than a day.
Yeah,
you could run a day and a half or at least.
I've run. I forget how many acres I've sprayed on a tank of fuel, and then it's still at a quarter of a tank. We put the AccuBoom.
AccuBoom on it,
so that it sections off, and we've got a farm that we spray for a guy by an old airfield, and he has a lot of what we call point rows. When you got an 80-foot boom you're overlapping, that's not a lot of overlap, because I know we're averaging.
We'd be 15% over applied, and once we put that on, we've probably cut that down to 2 to 3%.
With the chemical costs these days, I mean, that's a very significant savings on just that one. That's just one farm.
Yeah.
There's about 460 acres on that whole deal down there, but you start talking saving at least 10%. That's very significant. Our last machine had a front boom on it. We had to run an extra nozzle behind the back tire, because when you spray with a front boom, I don't know whether they're all that way, but you get the product on the weeds and the tires can wipe it off. And then you'll have streaks where you sprayed. Well, I think this machine would probably go through about anything that the hydrostat machine would. I mean, I don't know, would you say?
I think it would. Anytime that I've been in it and running it, you could get through just about anything.
The thing is when you own the machine, you can run when you want to run. And that's always been kind of a big concern of ours in any part of our operation, really. You're going to save application fees if you have to have it done, which has to go back towards the purchase of the machine. Well, they're charging what, $6 or $6.5 bucks an acre now to spray, and so we're talking, just do the math on that, on several thousand acres. It doesn't take very many years to get that back. As far as the piece of equipment as a whole, it's
been very reliable and dependable. Yeah.
Over the last 6 years, we've probably only been down a day and a half or so when we could have been spraying or needed to be spraying, and that's covered at least 30,000 acres. Because of some problems that can arise from hydraulic driven machines. It can get very expensive, whereas with this, it's a lot more. It's really simple. We've had good service.
We had a little issue. That was the second year, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With a engine running problem, and at that time we tried several different things. And what evidently had happened, there was a place in the main wiring loom where a connection was loose or did not get soldered. But Apache took care of replacing that harness for us. I think we had actually had a Cummins dealer come down and put his computer on it, and he didn't find anything, and Apache paid you back for that, I'm sure, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they stood behind it.
We just haven't had a problem that didn't get taken care of. You know?
Yeah.
We really like the design of the Apache. It's like I said, the mechanical drive part of it really entices. I'd recommend it.